What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Tank Palms coming back at you with some Skyfactory 2. Tonight we're going to be finishing, well, we're going to be attempting to finish our ginormous mob farm, you guys. I'm really stoked to get this thing done, man, because our current mob farm, as you can see, is right there. It's not big, it's not pretty, it's ugly. And then we have this beast of a wall. Well, what is that, you say? Well, this is going to be our mob farm, okay? Down here we have the lower floor. This is all going to be encased in glass on the bottom floor, so we get a lot of sunlight in, so we don't have to worry about torching, 24/7. We're going to put some glowstone and make it make it appropriate and livable and all that stuff. And then we're going to finish the floor up here, do the ceiling, and then should be good to go. So we got some odds and ends, conveyor belt, that kind of thing to go through too, but all in all, shouldn't be that bad, and a good time, man. It's gonna be a lot of building tonight, you guys. A lot of building. And I also want to give a special shout out to Popsky for the awesome mega pack, man. If you guys don't know Popsky, you need to go download his stuff right now on Bandcamp and just listen to it like crazy. Popsky, POPSKYY.bandcamp.com. This guy's amazing. Need some cobblestone. Need some cobble. Ah. Really? Okay. Get some more beat. And that, friends, is why we shouldn't be doing this at night. I'm gonna light this guy up, go take a nap, and we should be good to go. Really? Really? I'm gone for like 2 seconds and they're already spawning all over it, man. It's ridiculous. Boom! Headshot. This guy's gonna suck because I can't kill him in 1 or 2 hits. And he's just gonna blow everything up. Freedom! Yeah. Now why didn't these show up? Good start, not bad, not bad. Now we gotta go up more. So the idea is that basically we'll be taking this up. Probably 10 stories. Give us another, you know what? We might go another 5 and be done with it. We might just do another 5 just to call it good. We'll test it and see though. We'll do 5. The gap in the center is going to be 3x3 with 9 iron spikes in the center of it. But you know what? We'll give it a whirl and see what happens with just 5. Make sure, you know, because the fall damage is going to hurt them. My only concern is that spiders are going to clog the system up. But other than that, I don't think we really need anything else. I think we're going to be pretty good in that regard. So, the biggest thing is, oh man, I gotta go downstairs and get some sand. I was smelting sand earlier to get some clear glass because I love the way that the clear glass looks. It to me is just, you know, the best ever. So, Let's see. Close. And that's because you're out. Okay. That I was expecting more sand to be built up. It's not good, guys. It's gonna take forever to get enough glass that we need. So what we're gonna end up doing is just basically taking what we got, which is like 2 stacks. I'm gonna chunk out some windows and then we'll go from there. So we'll use what we got now, and then hopefully we'll have enough built up back there to do it. It's going to be a slow process. I'm going to go ahead and warn you. It's going to be slow to get this stuff done. But I'm pretty sure that the end result is going to be awesome. Basically, what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to do a test window and see what happens. Looks like at least 1 more, if not 2. Probably 2 more. Damn it, I feel like I gotta go 1 more to do like a solid, to do a solid wall all the way around. Yeah, I really think that that's gonna look good and work. This one I may just do, for this wall, we may just do the center like this. I think this will look pretty good on this side. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's see. Break these. Break those. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Whaleboat. Yeah, that's gonna look a lot better, I think. Doing it that way. And the idea is to let as much natural light as we can in, because dude, I don't know about you, I hate the dungeon feeling. I hate it. We're gonna do some floor designs with glowstone block. We're probably gonna chisel some, make it look better, but the idea behind that is that basically all of the decorative block that we have will be pretty good, and also it'll look nice. Plus it'll give us the light we need to not have to worry about, you know, setting torches down all over the place and all that stuff. So, because I've got enough glowstone dust to last me forever. That's one thing I have an abundance of right now that I wish I don't know, I wish I used it more. Like I wish I knew a lot better uses for it, but I don't. So it's kind of excuse me. It's kind of hard for me to do anything with that because I'm always at a loss, as you know, for what I need to do with glowstone or how I can use it or whatever. I mean, like I know you can do like potions and stuff with it, but like creative stuff. Yeah, I think it's gonna look real good, and I may go back later and take that top row out, but I kind of like the look that we'll have with that all the way around. I think got 10 left. Boop. Just like that. Unfortunately, we're gonna be out of those for a while. Yeah, I don't know. I love the way that the clear glass looks, and I hate the way that the original glass panes look. Like I can't stand how they look. I got 9 more, man. I'm gonna break down and build a hammer and just start smashing gravel to get sand, or cobble to get gravel, gravel to sand. It's probably gonna be my best bet to get, you know, several stacks quickly. It shouldn't take but 3 or 4 stacks at most, maybe. So hopefully it won't take that long. Dump some stuff in here. Iron, 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 iron. Let's go put the iron junk in our smeltery. Smelt it down nice and hot. Some more iron. Going. Can't because it's not fully repaired. That's disappointing. So that's why we have a trash can, folks. So. Oop. Almost forgot. Junk record. Hate those things, man. I wish I could. Really thought about editing the config files to take bows and records out, because you get a billion other things and you don't ever need. I don't need them. I'll never use them. So yeah, I may do that at some point. Do like a video out there to say, hey, if you want to edit your favorite stuff out like this, because you get every different enchantment and every different durability level counts as a different item. So if you try to store it in MEI, it stores them all as separate entities, and it takes up way more space than it really should. It's ridiculous. So I think our best bet is gonna be I'm gonna half slab it on the top. Well, I'm not gonna do the top of the glass. I'm gonna cut the glass in half. Is that what I should do? Cut the glass in half? I don't know, it just seems like a lot of work, because there's gonna be a lot of glass on the top. Ooh. Yeah, I may end up doing that. We'll cross that point when we get there, because that's going to require dark glass, not just regular glass. So, man, you know what? I'm just going to make a pulverizer and start sticking stacks of cobble in it just to get sand. That's really the only thing I know to do at this point. That's going to be reasonable without me having to go through all these hoops. Thank you. Machine frame. Piston. Oh, come on. Really? That's the bad thing too, is I haven't had to actually farm any trees in a while. As you can see, I've got a lot of wood, but Hazard. I used a lot of the gold that I had for capacitors because I really needed some batteries. So, unfortunately, I spent a lot of gold on capacitors for batteries. A lot more than I really wanted to. Let's do this. We'll do transfer. Oh, man, really? Transfer. Good. This. Just. 2. We're gonna need another 2 to output. Transfer pipe. So 2 in, out, and then we'll just pick it back up and cycle it through again to get sand. I think that's all we. Yeah, that should be all we need. We're gonna set this up down here. Actually, actually, I can set it up right. Yeah, I'm gonna set it up back here. My current problem is that I've got way more power generation than I need. So the first thing I started with was solar power. I was like, hey, the solar panels are actually pretty cheap to make. They're you get a decent return. So I started with these, and these are the solar panel 2s. So 3 of them. So you're producing 16 times per panel of the solar panel 1. I've got 3 times 16. Well, you see, each one of these is filled up with a maximum charge, 250,000 RF. I've got a 1 million RF capacity battery that this pipe's going to. I can't drain it fast enough. The line's filled up with full charge, plus the capacitor and the solar panel. So I've also got a lava generator downstairs fueling magmatic dynamos, and that has a 5 million capacity battery that is completely full too. I can't. I'm so overpowered at this point. It's ridiculous. That's part of what I wanted to start doing too. So we're gonna do that guy, and then that guy. No, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Bloop, bloop. And go bloop, bloop. Gonna configure this thing. Turn this guy off. This guy off. This guy off. And that's gonna be the back and the right hand side. So the right hand side is gonna be both those. And my input's gonna be blue. So, yep. So my input's blue there. And that should be orange, yeah. Okay. So now all I gotta do is grab a bunch of cobble, which I already have some. So we'll go, just put a stack in there. Oh, I'm an upcake. You gotta turn these around. Boop. Yep, and it starts feeding it, it's gonna pulverize it, and then that one is actually gonna spit into this one. Why you no power? Yeah, there we go. Captain, what's happening, dude? Toss. You just one more night and then you're off of carpool duty. Ah, I gotcha. I gotcha. So basically, it's gonna. So this version of, or this mod pack for Minecraft is called Skyblock or Sky Factory 2. It's based on a mod called Skyblock. So basically what that means is instead of spawning in a world that is already set up with monsters and procedurally generated villages and all that good stuff, you spawn on top of one tree that's planted in a single block of dirt. So all the structure and stuff I've built by hand. When you spawn on top of the tree, the whole world literally looks like this. It's called a void world. So the object is to slowly start making your city, your village, or whatever you want to call it, your base and all that stuff, out of materials that you would harvest from a single tree. So basically, you get enough wood to build a base, or build you a platform out, and then you build an oak barrel, and then you take leaves from the tree and put it in the oak barrel, and it composts it and makes dirt. Then eventually you can make extra barrels, water platform. So then you get to a point where you've got a lot of wood and all that stuff. So these barrels here, the same ones I was talking about, when it rains they fill up with water. Well, when they fill up with water, you eventually can sift dirt through a sieve and get stone. You take stone and make a cobblestone block, and then basically you can mix the water and dust. After you break down the cobblestone to gravel, gravel to sand, sand to dust, you put dust in the bucket, it forms clay. You can then make a cauldron, and the main use of a cauldron is to get lava, is to melt it to get lava. So the reason why that's important is because you can make a lava farm like this. So these are the cauldrons. It's got cobblestone pumping into it, and they're being heated by the dancing bacon donut flame sprite that's been replaced. And then it heats it up, makes lava, which you can then pipe back out into, that's a big smeltery I've got. Or I can pipe it into magmatic dynamos, which is like a lava power generator. It takes lava as fuel and turns it into power to power more machines, which in this turn it's powering machines that break down cobble to dust to sift it automatically to get components to make primal elements like iron, gold, lead. And with those you can make more components that make bigger components that scale up. So eventually you end up with structures like this. This is probably this world right now. I could probably check it somehow, but I don't know the command, but it's probably 20-ish hours of game time played. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, It's this is pretty in depth. This is something that basically you wouldn't be thinking about building this until you get pretty mid game. But so like this giant cobble area, this is just the first floor. There's going to be another floor that's as big as that on top of it. They're probably double that height because that's 7. So the next one will probably be 14. But it's basically a bigger version of this guy. So this is a mob farm. Because you're in a void age, and I have torches everywhere to prevent mobs from spawning, I have an enclosed dark area with the red X's. That's where mobs can spawn. And then there's a pit of spikes in the center of it with 2 fans pushing the mobs into the pit. They drop down and then they get damaged. And I've got a vacuum chest that sucks up all the loot. So the biggest source of items in the game, and this mod pack in particular, then that's how you get, you know, items to kind of help boost your way. So this is the starter mob farm. Like, this is what traditionally everybody would use beginning without the fans. And instead of being spike pits in the center, it would be a solid floor. So I'd come up with my axe and then literally just punch them until they die and then back out. So yeah, this one's pretty automated, but I want one this big because this one I have to keep an eye on this chest, because if this chest fills up, then it can't hold anymore. And there's an automatic, you can't see it, but there's an automatic hopper that will suck the items out of the pit and put it into this chest right here for me. This building is going to have its own power source, it's going to have its own sorting system, and it's going to have a ME system, which is it's a mod called Applied Energistics. So basically it allows you to store items as data inside the game. So this is a ME drive with a bunch of hard drives in it. And if I click it, these are all the items that's in my ME system. And it sorts it, you can sort it a bunch of different ways. But the cool thing about this setup is, like, if I want to build, like I just built a polarizer, I can look up the recipe here. It shows me here. So if I shift click this question mark, it automatically starts pre-filling the components that I have from the system in the crafting terminal here. And that's tier 1 ME system. So you can get you can make higher tiers to where I click here and say, oh well, I want, you know, we'll say this minecart. There'll be a computer craft button here. It's called CPU. I click it, and then it'll automatically send a job to another computer that's attached to the system that will automatically build it for me, and all of the required prereqs to make it. So if it's a tier 5 component that has to have recipes made from 4 other recipes that stack on each other, like extrapolated down, it'll build the level 1, as many as it needs to build the level 2, as many as it needs of that to build the level 3, as many as it needs to build the level 4, as many as it needs to get to level 5, and then assemble it, and then put it back into this system so I can grab it and use it. So it's a lot of work to get that set up. Yeah, these loot crates, as you can see, come from the mob farm. They're monster drops. So if I open one, I've got, that's an element, an iron helmet, obsidian blocks, and then iron horse armor. So that one had like some conduit probes and buckets and that kind of stuff, which is pretty routine. Oh yeah, that guy, the base game is not as complicated, but it has a lot of stuff that people have put in through mod packs. He adopted a lot of the ideas and made them standard, so you didn't have to have mods to use them. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people joke and they're like, oh yeah, it's easy, it's a kid's game, like anybody can play it, blah blah. But anybody can play it and, you know, enjoy it and be good at it, but it's what you make of it. So just for instance, I can make jetpacks, but all of these are different jetpacks that I can make with, you know, the 2 or 3 mod packs that are in just this mod. This mod's got, or this mod pack has There used to be a total count number, but I think it's 135 mods that do different things. One of them gives me this recipe screen. One of them adds this whole collection of ME system stuff. One of them adds these tool stations. It's called Tinker's Construct, the blue text in the bottom of the overlay there, the tooltip. And this one allows you to make, you know, enhanced weapons and all kinds of stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, you start taking the time to look at that stuff and it starts getting pretty in-depth pretty quick. It's kind of ridiculous actually, but let's go put those transfer nodes back. I don't need those anymore either. Yeah, I wish I had been the one that was like, hey, let me make an 8-bit game that people can play and like freely mod the crap out of, and it'll be a one-time charge. And at one point, I think he had statistics out that said like 1 out of every. Man, what I told him, I was expecting him to be like, you know, rage quit or whatever, but he was cool about it, surprisingly. Truth be known, you know, I thought he was gonna go rage train on it, but he was like, well, good on you, man. I'm glad you're gonna do something that, you know, is fun for you to do and you enjoy it and blah blah. Well, didn't expect that reaction. When truth be told, I don't think he'll be sweating hardcore soon, just because the other partner on our team doesn't have the technical knowledge that I do, and Brandon would probably almost prefer it that way, just so he can control and run everything. Yep, pretty much. Well, his thing, he's mentioned it before that, you know, he would ideally love to get a job as a consultant, but the only thing that's kept him back from it, like his buddy from Dell, Derek, that was here 4 months ago before he quit Dell. You know, he said the only thing that stopped him from doing that was the fact that he'd have to be traveling all the time and he wouldn't see his kids. Yeah, I mean, it really does. I mean, unfortunately, it's just the truth about it. I mean, I got a wife and a house and all that stuff, but, you know, I could go to Laura and be like, hey, I got an opportunity to work, you know, somewhere else to make a whole lot more money, blah, 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 and she'd be like, okay, let's move. But you got kids, it's a whole different ballgame. Can I do steps out of these? No, the reason I sleep, so there's a mod that's actually installed, and it's like a indicator as to where mobs will spawn. And these yellow X's means that a mob can spawn there, but only at night. Now, if I cover it up and make it red, like it's in the center of that mob farm on there, like those red X's on the floor, that means that mobs can spawn there at any time of the day or night. So I sleep to speed up the day-night cycle so that mobs don't spawn near me as I'm building this. Yeah, the bottom bar, there's the blue hearts is my health, and then the red and white things to the right of the hearts are actually bacon strips. That's my health. So, I don't run out of, or that's my, not my health, it's my hunger. I don't run out of hunger because I have this guy. It's an auto feeder, and it's filled with carrots. Every time I walk by it, or within a 17 by 17 by 17 cube of it, it automatically feeds me, so I don't have to worry about eating. That's a single mod by itself. This one block is a mod called auto food, and that's all it's there for, is to automatically feed you. It'll take a while. I probably won't get finished with it tonight. Because I've still got that floor, which is going to be like 14 blocks high. I've got to do a bunch of glass to encase the bottom floor and the top floor. Hi Sean, what's going on, man? And then I got a bunch of conveyor belts I got to make, so it's going to be a while before it's fully finished. Probably a couple hours real time work on it. It's not a server, man. This is a single player game. Go up. There we go. Let's see, 2468. We want do the shiny metal this time, see how that looks. I'll have to widen this door eventually, but I'll probably make it gargantuan at some point, but that'll be okay for now. Ah. It really does, man. That's why I did the freaking Satan summon worship ritual or whatever it was last night to freaking get one. It's dangerous for me to do it, but it makes it so much easier. Like I just built that wall in no time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just realized I need ladders. Ooh. And then basically this structure up here is going to mirror the way the one downstairs looks, so it's actually going to be, I've actually got that pulverizing stuff into sand so I can smelt it and make glass, but this chunk of clear space is actually clear glass, and it's going to wrap all the way around the front, and then the side is going to look like this all the way around. And then this one will be this pattern all the way across to here, and then the same side on the other front, and then wrapping around the other 3 walls is going to be 4 high. I may do it 5. I may do it 5 high. I may do it for the whole wall. I hadn't decided yet. Yeah, it's kind of, a lot of people have complained about that, but I mean, it kind of is what it is. I've always been used to it, but yeah, you can only sleep at night, which I always thought was kind of weird because the bed, it doubles as a way to speed up the day-night cycle, but it also serves as your world save point. So you throw a bed down and sleep in it, that's where your spawn point gets put at, is in the bed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3 more. 13, 15. Oh, that's gonna suck. I don't have any food. I may end up dying right here. Oh. Yeah, that's how tall it's gonna end up being final. And the top level, instead of making it a floor like this, it'll be darkened glass. And they'll basically be, I may actually scale that down a little bit. I may drop that down a level or two. I may make it 10 instead of 14. I make it 10, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah, that'll be good. I think the next thing I'm going to do is probably build a jetpack, because I think I probably have all the base materials I need. Plus, it's going to help me build this thing a lot quicker, because I'm just going to float in the air and chill out. Ugh. Alright. Yeah, basically where that line break is, where I just chiseled that out, that's now going to be the top of it instead of way the hell up there. Let's see if I can't make a jetpack. What's it need? Jetpack. Besides freaking power. You know it needs power. Oh, really? Oh, that. Let's do. Such a pain in the doodle it don't pack. Or is it a leadstone energy cell? Not bad, or of course it requires glass, which I don't have a lot of. It starts with 25, goes to 400. That's it. Boom, yow! And that's how you make a jetpack. And then charge it, go to a battery bank, stick it in the slot, and you see the power going up. So, control, simply jetpack. What we got, what we got, what we got? No, reset. I'm a little salty at that because I just screwed that up and made the complete wrong thing. I'm gonna take a bio break, guys. I'll be right back in just a minute. What's up? Sorry. Welcome back. Okay. Ugh. After that fail boat of an abomination with the jetpacks, I was trying to make that, and I did not realize that it's not a friggin' jetpack. So, these jetpacks. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. How do I not have sulfur? I find that really hard to believe. Coal? What about grindstone? Did I put on a grindstone? No. I really find it hard to believe that I don't have that. Like, for real. That's kind of ridiculous, actually. Oh, that was it. That's all I need. I just need one. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Dude, if I'm out of copper, you know how raged I am. Ugh. Dude, really? Forgot these things took a massive amount of materials to make. Truly. Well, where are you at? Everything's clogging up. I gotta work on a filter system for that too. That's annoying to say the least. Okay. I don't need you. I need you. Don't need you or you. Good. Good. I got 13 copper out of that. Man. Okay, so let's jet back. Yep. Why do I have a feeling that that's not going to be nowhere near enough? Oh, man, this is like the night of disappointments. Good grief. Okay. Let's go back here. See, this is why I keep all my animals on my farm back here. That's why I didn't tear it down. See, I gotta work, man. I'm getting so big now, I gotta work on sorting systems and automating all of these tasks. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. Ooh. Ooh. I gotta replace the dirt on that thing, man, because this is gonna drive me nuts. I can't wait to have this big mob farm finished so I can tear down this piece of junk. Ugh. Okay, so... Just there... Boop, 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 boop. Very good. And then... Stop it. I'm just pre-filling that there because I'm gonna have to fill it up with dirt later. The grass will grow around it. And this hunk of junk. I need a obsidian level pickaxe to break it, of course. I got a bunch more stuff I need to toss. Yeah, that plot where all that is gonna end up being my new farm for this guy. And I'm gonna do one probably to the right of it for an animal farm. So like this guy was my main source of food and all that stuff. I had to cut it more than in half to build my Gigantor mob farm. Yeah, part of that too is I gotta expand my ME system, add more ME drives. I got a lot of stuff snowballing up real quick, guys. I'm completely out of copper. Oh. Which is both a good and a bad thing. I mean, copper's one of those metals, like I never use it. Like I don't make copper tools. I don't smelt it. There's nothing to smelt. Can I make copper? Copper ingot. Molten copper. So how do you make molten copper? Molten copper. pulverized copper, copper ingot, copper ore dust, copper gear. Basically all the variants of copper. We know that if you melt copper items, you get copper. But what's the fluid mixture, if any? Ah. The when all else fails, folks, to Google. So, copper. Copper! Well, it looks like you can't actually smell other metals to create copper, which makes sense because it's a base level metal. It's not like there's bronze ore in the planet. You have to mix other metals to get it, so I guess that makes sense. Stinks. Woohoo! Okay. And that thing's running not quite full bore, but it's close, so the other good byproduct of this is we really needed to get a lot of gold, which is this helping with too as a byproduct, because I'd pretty much run out of gold at one point. Oh gosh. All that for 2 copper ingots. Jump back. Might take a while, guys. Legit. Oh, give me that back. What's wrong? Alright, so what I am gonna do is, while that's percolating and all that good stuff, I'm gonna start doing the basement windows. Excuse me, in my lower building. So we'll probably do the front wall first, and then finish that back wall. Yeah, I think it's gonna look real nice with a window like that, and then this one open. The only thing I don't like is this bottom strip here. So I like the way it looks from the outside, but from the inside it just looks kind of dingy. I don't know. Well, we'll worry about that later. Let's finish this wall. Do I have any regular cables? Gotta get some. So yeah, I think it's gonna look nice. I think this trim edge on the front's gonna drive me nuts though, comparatively. I really do think it is. So we'll see though. It may not be so bad once I get it finished. Ta-da! Perfect number. So about 30, 20, 20, 24 blocks probably left to finish that wall, and then a bunch to finish all the way around. But it's starting to take shape, man. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. It's probably one of the bigger manual builds that I've ever actually done, truth be told. And I'm stoked about it, man. I can't wait to see it in work. But unfortunately, there's gonna be a lot of prep work involved to getting it to the point where it's gonna be sustainable long term. Hell, even my sifting station here is not sustainable long term. I have to manually refill it and empty it, and part of that's I wanna get all of that. If it's not gonna be in a manual place in that one building, I may segregate it out and start doing all that stuff manually. So I don't know, I haven't decided yet. So yeah, I don't have a copper. Guys, that's such a bummer. Like, super stoked, and ready to go, and like, man, let's get a jetpack going. It'd be awesome. Like, jetpack would be awesome. Finish it, yeah. And it's like, no copper. Like, I felt like I've amassed a great quantity of stuff that I'll never use, like ferrous ingots, copper ingots, stuff like that, but I really haven't. Holy smokes, that is a lot of loot boxes. Okay, so let's start by doing this. Oh, mother of pearl. Did you make that already? No! It must have been up top. That's gonna stink, you guys. Epic! Like electrical steel. That's another one, like, outside of one or two uses, like, I can't really fathom me actually using electrical steel. You know what I'm saying? Like, just can't imagine the time where I'll be playing, I'll be like, oh man, if I only had this electrical steel 14 stacks, that'd be so great. That was legendary? I'm missing something there? I gotta be. Ender, will it melt? Heck no. Compass, yep, it'll melt. Iron horse armor, what about safari net? No, okay. Technical glass? No. Oh, what's up, man? Sorry I didn't see it. Yeah, I trolled myself pretty hard. I cut the top of the building off and forgot that mobs could spawn up top. What's up, Fooarty? Nah, I don't have Sky, man. Alright, cool, man. Thanks for the follow, dude. I'll be streaming usually every night, Monday through Friday. So, might do some bonus casts on the weekends and stuff, man. Ah.